Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as I show you how to collect mallow seeds. So let's go. Before I begin, I wanted to share with you that I have a ton of videos on my channel that show my process on how to save the seeds from lots of different plants. What I'll do is put a link to that playlist down in the description below. Be sure to check it out because when you save your own seeds, you can save a ton of money that way. And I love collecting the seeds from lots of different plants. I'm going to be saving the seeds from musk mallow, which is a type of Malva. There are a ton of different mallows out there, and if you want to know how to collect the seeds from them, this video will still apply. In fact, if there's a hibiscus and you want to collect the seeds from that, this video would also be helpful because they're all part of the same family. The musk mallow that I have is in a pot right next to me here, and it's a beautiful pink flower. I want to get it planted in my landscape, and I noticed that it had started to go to seed. So before I plant it in the landscape, I want to collect the seeds from it. Look how pretty this flower is. Even though it might be considered invasive in certain parts of the country, it's actually not considered invasive here in New Hampshire, so I want to add more of it to my garden. What you're looking at here is an example of a flower pod, and it's going to open up within a day or two and be a beautiful flower. We also have another flower pod nearby that's going to open up probably in another number of days. It's still quite small. And this is an example of a flower that's already gone by and it's starting to set seed, but it's still green, so the seed pod is not ready for us to touch yet. When you're looking to collect the seeds, you're looking for a seed pod that looks papery and is a light tan or a brown color. Those are perfect seed pods, and those have seeds that we want to harvest. So I'm just going to come in and remove the seed pods. There are a lot of seed pods on this plant, and I want to remove them because I don't want the seeds to scatter. I want to collect them before the seed pods open and start scattering everywhere. If I had this plant in my landscape, I would probably let the seeds scatter everywhere. But like I said, I have it in a pot, so I want to collect them. Look at all the little seeds hidden inside of the beautiful seed pods here. Now let's go ahead and harvest the seeds. You basically just want to open up each of the seed pods. And when you do that, you can see the small little black seeds in the center. If the seeds were light brown or green in color, that would mean that they're not ripe. You want to make sure that the seeds are a nice dark brown or even a black color. When it comes to harvesting your seeds, you want to make sure that you're harvesting the seeds where they are ripe on the plant. You don't want to be harvesting the seeds or the seed pods when they're not ripe. They will not ripen when taken off of the plant. So you want to make sure that you're waiting. And I'm just basically opening up each of these seed pods. And when I do that, the seeds are getting released. It's amazing how many seeds are inside of each of the seed pods. Those are a bunch of seeds. I can go ahead and separate them. It's important to collect your seeds on a dry day, but you don't have to. If for whatever reason you were collecting the seeds on a wet day, you just want to make sure that you're drying your seeds out. And even though I collected these seeds on a day where these seed pods are dry, I am still going to let these seeds dry out for at least 1 week. You never want to store your seeds wet. If you do that, there's a high chance that the seeds will rot. I'm just separating each of the seeds. That's a close-up shot of what the seed pod as well as the seeds look like. It's amazing how many seeds we're able to collect from just one plant. I'll be letting these seeds dry for about a week in an area where they're not going to just fly away. I want you to notice I put the seeds on a folded piece of paper. And the reason I like to use a folded piece of paper is I can then use the paper as a funnel, and I can funnel all the seeds off of the paper into what I'm going to be storing my seeds in, which is this plastic bag. You can store your seeds in whatever you want. Some people like to store their seeds in coffee filters, paper bags, envelopes. I like to use these small little Ziploc bags that I bought off of Amazon, and it's worked very well for me. The seeds will not rot inside of here because when I store the seeds, they're going to be dry. No matter what you store your seeds in, just make sure you label it. So I put down musk mallow. It's a pink color. I also like to put the year that I saved my seeds. The reason I like to put the year is because in general, seeds are only viable for a certain period of time. So it's important to know when you collected the seeds. You want to store your seeds in a cool, dark, dry location. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you have any sort of mallow or hibiscus plant in your yard, and if so, what color or variety is it? What I'm planning to do with my seeds is I am going to scatter some of the seeds in what I call my long border. It's a full sun area, and I think that these plants will do really well there. This type of mallow seed needs what's called a cold stratification period. It's just a period of cold in order for the seeds to germinate. So by me sprinkling these seeds in the late summer, early fall months, the seeds will be dormant. They'll get the cold period during the winter months, and then come spring, they will germinate. I'm also planning on sowing some of these seeds using what's called the winter sowing process. If you don't know what that is, check out the playlist below. It talks all about it, and I have a lot of videos where I'm showing you my process for winter sowing. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.